thanks guys. Let me put this stuff away and then we will move on to our amazing box that I am just so stoked about. I can't believe it. I made it. I'm so excited. Okay. Whoops. Here is the trimmer. I need to move some of these items out of the way. Sorry, I just bumped the camera. I don't need those scissors. Okay, put that away. That goes in there. So we are going to be using the Welcome Easter stamp set, which is super cute. We're also going to be using some of these Reeses mini peanut butter cups. So we're going to use those too. And in case you guys forgot or don't know what we're making, check it out. We're making this. I designed the box myself, which I'm super excited about because I don't always come up with these great ideas, but look at that. Is that not the most adorable thing you've ever seen? Yeah, I know it is. Okay, so first things first, we're going to use this. We need a piece of cardstock. Oh, here's my little templates that I was messing around with yesterday when I was trying to actually come up with the right sizes of everything. So yeah. Okay, so I have a piece of lovely lipstick. I need my cheat sheet. Oh my, where is it? Oh, here it is. This measures 8 7/8 by 7, okay? So with the short side at the top of your trimmer, after you've done it, you are going to score at 1, 2, 5, and 6. All right, so we're going to score. Whoops, get the cutting blade out of the way. We're scoring at 1, 2, 5, and one more, 6. Okay. Then you're going to flip it and you're going to put the long side at the top of your trimmer and you're going to score it at 1, 4, 5, and 8. Okay. 1, 4, 5, and 8. So here's 1. And then we're going to go 4.
You're doing.
And then 5. And there's my husband again, like he came in last week bothering me. He should know every Thursday night at this time I am live on Facebook. Yet every Thursday night he either hollers down to tell me he's home from work or he wanders in here and says, "What are you doing? What do you think I'm doing? I'm talking to myself?" Ugh. Anyway, okay. So, and I'm going to put all these measurements on my blog tomorrow with the box again. So if you don't have time to write them down, don't worry about it. They will be back. Ooh, how many pairs of scissors do I need? All right. So then what we're going to do is, let's see here. This is all the same. So it doesn't, the top to bottom is the same. So we have an inch here, 3, 3, and 1. So we are going to cut out, first of all, this little corner down here on both sides. Okay. So we will get rid of that. And then this little guy right here. So when I cut out my score lines, I'm just slightly cutting on the diagonal, just a tiny, tiny little bit. I need to bring my little template in so I don't forget what I'm doing here. Okay, so then we're going to cut in on this side here. And we're going to cut down all the way on the second. So we're getting rid of these 2 score lines over here on the side. Okay. We're going to come in, get rid of that, and then we're going to get rid of this. So we've got that. The scissors must have some glue on them because they are sticky. They seem to be. All right, so we're going to come over here. We're going to mimic that on the same on the other side. Okay. That, and then this little guy right here is also going to go. Okay, so this is what we have. Easy enough. Then we're going to make our little tabs. So we're going to come up from the bottom and we're going to cut into this little tiny spot right here. And you can see I'm taking out a tiny, tiny little triangle. And we're going to do the same thing on this little tab here. And then we're going to be able to assemble the box. Super, super simple. So that goes straight down, and then that one I'm going to barely make a little triangle. Okay. Get all those bits out of the way. So this is what we have. Then I'm going to bring in our corner rounding. This is our, what's this called? The Delightful Tag Punch, or you'd think I would know this by now. I can't remember. Put a note for the husband. I know, geez Louise. Get it together. I mean, I've been doing Facebook Live for a while, and you would just think that he would, and I was even talking about it we were having lunch, and I was talking about that I was getting prepared for Facebook Live. Ugh, men. Their attention span is about 5 seconds. Okay, so you can see I folded those 2 tabs in on the side here, and then we're just going to, that way we can push this into the punch, and we can round off these tabs also. So when you open up the box, it looks pretty. Oops, that didn't quite cut all the way off. There we go. Okay, so then we're going to fold these tabs in here. Silly men. Okay, and then we're going to slide that in. And this punch has little guides, in case you guys didn't see that, where the paper bumps up against. So you can't really put it in wrong. So that's going to look super nice when we get it all folded up. And we're going to fold up everything else now. And then we'll add some glue. And then we will make the little insert piece, which I was super excited about, because first of all, I threw the candies in there, but then they just flew all over the place, and I don't know. It didn't make me very happy. So I decided I wanted to make a little tray. And so I did. Okay, everything is now measured. So now we need some glue. What do I do with my glue? So it's so easy to put this box together. All you're going to do is you're going to fold these little tiny tabs in here, and you're going to put glue on them. Okay, that's all there is to it. So you don't have to worry about sticking glue here, there, front side, back side. It's all right here. And I like to use liquid glue. You can use tear and tape. I don't recommend snail, and I don't even recommend glue dots. I haven't had much luck with either one of those things. So, oh, I got a little glue right there. All right, so we're just going to fold it up. And then we'll fold up the front. Get that. Oops. I can't see that great. Maybe I should put some glasses on. I suppose that would be helpful. Probably. But I can't see up close when I put my glasses on. So I just constantly run around here all the time, you know, glasses on, glasses off, glasses on, glasses off. Hello, Sandy. Yes, please share the video so everybody can learn how to make this adorable box. And then just, whoops. Sometimes if your tab doesn't go in, and I've had this happen with some of the prototypes that I was working on yesterday, just slightly trim off a little tiny bit, okay? Make that just a tiny bit less wide, because when you're putting things together, there's always room for a little bit of that. So then what you want to do with your box is, I've got a 1-inch circle punch here. I'm just going to put it all the way in, center it, and snip it off, so I end up having like a little thumb hole there. Okay, all right, so the box is done. Not hard at all, just a few cuts, some scores, and a little bit of glue. All right, so then this is our little tray, our inside piece, and this measures 2 3/4 square. Is that right? It's a lie. It's 3 3/4 square. That didn't sound right to me at all. 3 3/4 square, and we're going to score it at 7/16 on all 4 sides. So I'm going to use this side of my trimmer because I have measurements over to 1.5. So 7/16 is the tiny little line right before the 1/2 inch mark right there. Okay, and so we're going to do that on all 4 sides. And finally right there. Okay, get my trimmer out of the way. And then for this little piece here, we are going to just snip out the corners. Again, super simple, nothing to it. I need a different pair of scissors. These tips are not working so good. Okay. Then what you want to do is you want to make yourself a little template. So the center of this thing measures, what is it, 2 3/4 of an inch square. Let me grab a ruler. I think it is. Yeah, the whole thing. So yeah, so the insides, well, it's a little larger. It's about 2 15, 16, it's 2 7/8. It's about 2 7/8. Anyways, this piece here, I think is 2 3/4. Yeah, so this is 2 3/4 square. So I took my 1-inch circle punch, wherever you are, 1-inch circle punch. Oh, it's right here in front of my face. And I punched out 4 circles from another color, and then I glued them to this piece here. So this is going to end up being my template. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to punch all these out. And they line right up in there. And there we go. And the last one. Okay. So then all we have to do is lay our template on here. And you can add a tiny bit of glue if you want. And I recommend doing it like right between these two things. Oops, where's my glue? This thing does not want to work. Okay, so I have a tiny bit of glue there, and I don't want it super sticky, so I'm getting some of the sticky off of it with my finger. And then I'm going to center this as best I can. And of course, you know, it's not all going to be perfect because we're humans and we're not perfect. Then we're going to do this, and then you just keep this. Just keep this little piece here, and you'll never have to make another one. And then you can just punch these out. And that's where our little candies are going to sit. Okay, and then we'll just gently remove that. And we'll fold this up. So stinking cute. And of course, once you make one, you know, then making the rest of them is very simple. And then it just simply fits right in there, just like that. Then you can get some candy. I gotta hide what I did to them though, so I can show you. And you can take a little stamp from the set. This little tiny trio of flowers here is what I'm working with. And I stamped it in lovely lipstick right here. And then all I'm going to do is just color it really quickly with some blends or whatever you have. And these flower petals are so tiny that I am just tapping the ink onto them. I'm not like coloring. I'm just dotting the color on so that I don't want to go outside the lines. Although I'm blind, I don't have my reading glasses on, so I may be going outside the lines, but I don't want to. And then I've got the pineapple punch. So both of these are retiring, remember? Okay, and then we'll punch it out with a 1-inch circle. Then I've got a 1 1/8 inch scallop circle. And you can see I've been doing this. And I purposely punched in the center of this so that I could still use this as a layer. I could put a piece of cardstock over this and you wouldn't even see the hole. So I didn't even have to waste any cardstock at all to do this. More tips. So then just add a little bit of glue to the center of that. Put your little stamped circle on. Grab a dimensional. Come off there. Put it on the back. And then add it to the top of your little Reese's peanut butter thing. And then you can just plop them. So cute! Just like that. Okay, so the box is done. All you gotta do now is decorate it, which is the easy and the fun part. So we're gonna bring in the adorable little bunny rabbit from the Welcome Easter stamp set. And I'm gonna ink him up in some basic gray. Stamp him right down here at the bottom of my paper, which I'm gonna measure it because I can't remember, but I think it's 2 3/4. Oh no, it's 2 5/8. I'm a liar. 2 5/8. And then I have the happy birthday sentiment or happy birthday, good grief, happy Easter. But the thing about this is you could totally use it for any holiday. They make these Reese's peanut butter cups in so many colors now, you know, depending on the season. And sometimes you can even just go to, I've seen them at Walmart where you can just buy bags of certain colors, like school colors or something. Super fun. Okay, so we are going, whoops, wrong end. I'm going to color in his or her, I guess it's a her because she's going to have a cute little flower on her ear. So I'm going to color her little ears in with my lovely lipstick light blend. And her cute little nose, so cute. I also have a light smoky slate that I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of accenting. The whiskers, the little chest spot here, maybe the feet, this little curly Q on top of the head, so stinking cute. Then I've got some Pear Pizzazz ink, and there's also a tiny little grass piece in this stamp set, which is so cute. I need a scrap here because I'm going to maybe stamp off this a little bit when I'm putting my grass on. I also cut a mask yesterday. So I've got a tiny little, or not a tiny little, but a little mask here because I don't want the grass to get on my bunny. So I'm just going to put a mask here. There we go. So that when I'm stamping the grass, it's not going to be on the bunny, but the bunny will be sitting in the grass, which bunnies do. Because I have lots of bunnies around my house and they're always sitting in the grass. So then to kind of make this look really, I guess a little bit more realistic, I guess for lack of a better word, I'm going to bring that, open that up again. I'm going to use a sponge dauber and some of this Pear Pizzazz ink. So I'm inking it up and I'm taking some of it off because it's always too dark. You can always add more ink, but it's very difficult to take it off. So I try not to have to take it off. So I'm just like rubbing this around where I stamped the grass. And then when I remove my mask, my little bunny friend, ooh, I have some glue on here, don't take off space. Then he's actually sitting in the grass, which is super fun because he's super cute. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the top, but with Pool Party. So maybe a tiny bit of sky. So we'll just rub a little bit of Pool Party across the top there. And maybe just slightly down the edge. Not too much, but just enough so that it looks like, you know, it's an actual scene. Debbie says she loves this box. Oh my gosh, Debbie, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I actually designed the whole thing myself, so yay me. Okay, then, so this was 2 5/8, so this is 2 3/4. And we're going to glue those together. So there's just a tiny little border of the pineapple punch. Not much at all, but enough that the white, you know, the white layer really pops. Okay, then we're going to add it to the top of the box because it fits perfectly on there. Could actually even be a little bit bigger if you wanted it to, but I wanted it to be a little smaller than the edges. Okay, so you can open up the box and press that into place. Then you'll see I have a tiny little flower here. And I do need to get some reading glasses out because I'm going to cut this. And yeah, so we're just going to fussy cut this hopefully super quickly. I should have done it before, but maybe you guys can see how quickly I can fussy cut. And I've said this before, but when I'm fussy cutting, I am only opening and closing the blade with my right hand. My right hand is not moving. My left hand is guiding the paper around. And I find that is a really, really easy way to fussy cut stuff. So if you don't do it like this, try it. And I know sometimes people hate fussy cutting things, but sometimes you've just got to because it's just necessary. It's a necessary evil sometimes. Okay. Then we're going to take a glue dot. I just dropped it. And then we're going to stick that right up there. Oh my gosh. So stinking cute. Then you guys are going to have to tell me what you think. pink rhinestone in the middle of the flower or clear rhinestone? So I want you to say in the comments pink or clear while I do a little cleaning here. Pink or clear? What do you think is going to look better? I don't know what I think. I tried it yesterday when I was making the box and I couldn't decide. I really liked them both. So I went with the clear yesterday. So maybe I should just go with the pink today. We'll see. Dang, what a mess. Debbie says pink. Jennifer says pink. Valerie says pink. I'm thinking it's going to be pink, you guys. Oh, Chris says clear. Teresa says pink. Karen says pink. Pink, says Susan. All right, you guys, you've convinced me. We're going pink. All right, so these are the Noble Peacock rhinestones. Jerry says pink. And we've got the small one here. I already used all my super small ones, but I think it'll still work. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, yes. So cute. Nina says pink. Pam says clear. Well, here are the differences. So here's the pink and here's the clear. I think they're both super cute. But I kind of wanted to use the pink, so thanks, guys. Now, I did wrap a ribbon around this. This part wasn't super easy. I'm not going to lie. So if you're not a fan of tying ribbon around things and having them be nice and tight, I might recommend just leaving the box as is. So I'll try to do it because I had to do it. I had to like hold it against my chest in order to do it. And you can't see my chest while we're doing this, nor would you want to, I'm sure. So we'll try to do it just by having it lay flat on the table. We'll see how it works. All right, so we want to make sure we have a decent amount to work with. So I don't even know how long this is, but I went all the way around the box. And then we came up, I don't even know how long that is, 6 inches, maybe off the top of the box. Okay, so you want to make sure it's flat, of course, on the bottom down there. And then you want to make sure these two ends are the same length to start with. Oh my goodness. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn it around because I remember yesterday I did it. So I've got the design on the box facing me, and I think my bow is going to lay a little nicer the way I want it to by having the little friend face me. So, see, my biggest problem is making sure that it stays tight while you're trying to tie a bow. That's what's hard. Tying a bow is not a hard thing, but trying to keep it nice and tight while you're doing it is the hard part. Oh, and I already think I let go of it. Oh, maybe I didn't. That wasn't terrible, but it's not a super nice bow. Oh, I'm trying to grab onto the loops to make it tight, but the ribbon is so thin that it's difficult. Okay, well, that wasn't as horrible as I thought it was going to be, so now I'm using my chest to move this around tiny little bit because I want the knot, of course, in the front. So then we'll just trim those off, and there it is. So that wasn't as bad as I thought, so yay. All right, you guys, I've got one more quick project to show you. I wasn't sure if we were going to have time because I didn't know how long that was going to take, but it actually didn't take too long. And I think, you know, if you streamline the process a little bit, you know, and you could make a bunch in not too long of time. All right, so here's a blue one I made, and I'm actually thinking I'm going to give this to a friend of mine for a baby shower that I need to go to here in a couple of weeks. So this could totally be for a little boy, and you know, like I said, right now with Easter, you can get colored, the colored foils, so that's really cute. I was in Billings, Montana here a few weeks ago, and they have a store called Winco up there, and I think if any of you guys are from Idaho, you may be familiar with Winco, but they sell stuff in bulk. And so they had just like a big, huge bulk container full of Reese's, of these peanut butter cups. So I just carefully picked out, you know, like 10 of each color because I knew I'd want to do something with them, but I wasn't sure exactly what. So anyways, if you guys have a Winco or a store that's similar to that, go in there and get yourself some Easter candy and make some fun things. Okay. Oh, I hate to even move those out of the way, but they're super. Oh, and can I just show you? I had a little matching card. These were on my blog today. I was in a blog hop. And so if you want to see still shots of both of these are on my blog, barbstamps.com. But I will have, use the glue dot to hold the knot tight in place where you tie the bow. Oh, Kathy, that's brilliant. Did you guys all see that, what Kathy said? When you're starting to tie the bow, put a glue dot under that, and that will keep it tight. So I'm going to check that out the next time I have to do something like that. So I have a card, and this actually uses that folder that I showed you at the very, very beginning of my live that's going to be available next month. So yeah, so these are on my blog today, but I'll have the dimensions and the scoring and everything for the box on my blog tomorrow.